What's going on, you guys? So today we are doing a video on the 3 things that I love the most about the Porsche Macan. Today is January 1st, the first day of 2020, and I figured what better way to start it off than with a video for you guys. So yeah, let's get started. I have my buddy Frankie, who's behind the camera helping me film, and it is a lovely day. So we're going for a drive, and I'm just going to talk about the things that I really enjoy about this car. So we're going to start with the first thing, is the steering wheel. So the interior of this car is very nice and put together very well, I think. Personally, the steering wheel is what makes this car so special when you open it up and you look at it for the first time. I honestly feel like, for example, BMW, you can look at a 3 Series or a 4 Series, or even like the X1s, the X2s. A lot of them don't have, you have to get the M package to get a really nice steering wheel. And with the Porsche, I think they updated the steering wheel in 2018. They gave you this like really nice sporty steering wheel that's like, it's like the perfect size. It looks like you would go in like the 911 coupe, and it just like, it makes the car that much more of a luxurious experience. And not to mention, like, the paddles are actually, they're not plastic. I don't know if you can hear that, but they're actually metal. They're right here, and they're a little small, but they feel good. When you shift, they feel great. Which leads me to my next point. The next thing I like about the car is the dual clutch transmission. So it's dual clutch, or they call it PDK. I don't know what technically the right term is, but yeah, the clutch on this, the transmission is flawless. Like, I kid you not, when you're driving, usually you feel it the most in cars that don't have good transmissions, between like first and third gear, or when you're driving kind of slow, it's like clunky and kind of like, you know, moves you back and forth. This thing is flawless, whether I'm going up a hill, down a hill, slow, fast. The shifts are instantaneous, and it's really hard to actually feel it shifting. There's no like jolt or anything. And I'll go ahead and show you guys once we pull out onto the highway. I'll show you guys exactly what I mean by that. Yeah, why don't you show them kind of what we're driving through. So right now we're coming down the hill. We live on a hill essentially, and it's kind of nice because this is one of the ways you can get down, and we can essentially have a beautiful view every time we're driving down. And that beep you heard right there is part of the what's it called, the collision warning thing, the sensors let you know when, like, if we're coming down a vertical slope and the front bumper gets too close to the ground, it'll actually let you know, like, hey, you're about to scrape and like rip off your bumper. So yeah, we're about to get on the highway, and I'll show you guys what the dual clutch, essentially, like how smooth it is. Keep in mind this, I don't know if I have to stop or not. Keep in mind this transmission, the car is completely stock. So, and I'll go ahead and pop it into sport mode. So it's technically supposed to be more aggressive, but like you'll see, like even if you look at the RPMs, I'm in 2nd gear right now. Like, I don't know if you guys can pick up on that shift, but it's like, it's instant. It's like so good, so fast. And like, for me, whenever I buy a car, that's the first thing I pay attention to, is like how fast it shifts and like if you can feel it. And with this car, like, even if I'll put it in manual mode, if I shift down to 3rd, it was instant, like 2nd, 3rd, 4th. They're so quick. Like, whatever Porsche did with their transmission, every car maker should do, because it's amazing. Like, I love it. Sorry about the lighting if it's going in and out, because we're driving through some harsh shadows. So anyways, yeah, this transmission, I'll try to show you guys again, but is by far one of my favorite things. And the third and final thing would be the LED lights. The LED lights on this car are I think what piece it together on the exterior, the outside. And also they have LED lights up here in the console. I think I can turn, yeah, right there. Which kind of just like you know when you look at cars and you see like the yellow lighting, it's the halogens, it feels kind of cheap, or like it's not, you can tell it's not a newer car. But with this car, it has LED lights on the interior, and it has the LED running lights on the exterior, both on the front and the rear tail lights are LEDs, which is really cool too, because usually you get like the halogen bulbs that aren't super bright and don't look that modern. So yeah, I think they've done a really good job on the overall appearance and making it a little bit more timeless, because if you look at like a 2015 Porsche Macan versus a 2020 Porsche Macan, there's really not a huge difference, with the exception of the 2020 got kind of like that revamp on the style, but they've done a really good job of making these cars timeless and making them just look beautiful. And I think that's something that stands apart, like when you're driving down the road and you have those bright running lights. Even the design on, you know, this is like technically a base Macan, they still have like the four LED lights in each headlight, and it is the same that the GTS has. So yeah, I think they've done a really good job with that, and it's something that I personally really like as well, because I'm a big fan. I think it is kind of like ugly slash, I don't know what the right word is, but I don't really like halogen slash yellow lighting. It just, I don't know, I personally don't like it. So yeah, those are my three favorite things about the Macan, and I'd love to know if you guys have ever gotten a chance to experience the Macan, or if you think that there are other SUVs that actually might be better than the Macan, because I'd love to do a review on them and compare them. I have to say, the only SUVs I've personally gotten to drive and experience in this like side, like this is kind of like a compact SUV, I guess you would call it. It's not really a crossover. I think it's like a compact SUV. I've just driven this, and then I owned actually I do own, so if you guys want to buy one, a Jeep Grand Cherokee. Yeah, and then I've been in a Tesla Model X. So, but the Tesla's a completely different driving experience. So I'll just leave it to those two. But yeah, overall, I love the Macan. Those are my three favorite things. And in the coming week or so, I'm gonna try to do a comprehensive review of the Macan and of my friend Frankie's 2020 CLA 250. So keep an eye out for that, and I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Make sure to like, subscribe, and let's get to 2,000. So see you guys next time.